So the girl says he got there a little after 8 and didn't leave till 12:30, so that would make it impossible for him to have killed his wife.
I believe she's telling the truth.
Oh, Herb, it sounds like the old story to me. She loves the guy, so she comes up with an alibi just to get him off the hook, but the trouble is he's not off the hook. There's too much that stacks up against him. The neighbors overheard them arguing last night, probably about the girl, and it's common knowledge with them that Mrs. Clayton knew about the girl. The gun was registered to him, and very important, we can't think of anybody else who'd have any reason to kill her.
What about prowlers, burglars?
We checked it out. Nothing missing, no signs.
Then you believe Clayton killed his wife in an argument over the girl. Why didn't he just go to her and ask her for a divorce?
Oh, that's how we figured it happened. He went to her, asked for a divorce, she got mad and pulled a gun on him.
She pulled a gun?
Yes, we got the coroner's report, and the ballistics men verified that the shot was fired from extremely close range. Here, let me show you. Take this in your right hand. Now, there were bruises on her wrist, as though he had twisted it. You see, it all adds up. She had the gun, and he grabbed for it.
So it could have been an accident or a manslaughter.
Well, that's for a jury to decide, unless Clayton's willing to talk.
I'd like to hear what he has to say.
Well, be my guest. Oh, Consular.
Oh.
Thank you. Always happy to welcome you to our jail.
She's dead.
So, Counselor, now you've seen where Eleanor Clayton died.
What's she like?
Oh, just a plain average housewife with a husband who made a good living for her, no more, no less.
Average, Lieutenant? When it comes to human beings, that word doesn't exist.
Well, you didn't know Eleanor Clayton. She was a good housekeeper. She had no close friends, no enemies. She didn't drink, paid her bills on time, didn't go to parties, didn't throw any. You add it all up and you get nothing.
Maybe that's just bad arithmetic.
Oh, Counselor, don't blame Mrs. Clayton for this mess. My boys went through the bureau drawers, closets, and everything. She wasn't exactly a flashy dresser.
No, the chase were fairly simple. And how does this add up, Lieutenant?
Oh, that. That bothered me when I saw it, but I figured even Eleanor Clayton would have a party dress.
Like this? Cheap? Gaudy?
Well, tell me, Herb, what is it you're looking for?
The real Eleanor Clayton. And why anyone would want to kill her.
Oh, excuse me, Herb. That's probably for me. Hello? Yeah, this is Weston. Give me that address again. Okay, I'll check on it right away. Herb, look, I've got to run. Will you lock up when you leave?
Sure, I won't be long. Planned.
And the neighbors smelled gas in the hall, and they called us. We found her lying here on the floor with the gas turned on. It looks like a suicide.
You said looks like.
Yes, I'm on my way to the coroner's office now to find out if they've found anything new. What's the matter, Herb?
Poor Lillian. She wasn't the type for suicide.
You care to join me?
Suppose I meet you there later. I've got some business at the Lucky 7 Club first.
Herb, here's the coroner's report. Shows traces of chloroform in Lillian Doyle's lungs and nasal passages. So she was drugged before the gas was turned on, but there were no fingerprints. Everything was wiped clean. Knobs on the stove and the doorknob. So whoever did this job really knew their business.
Yeah. Take a look at these.
Eleanor Clayton, where'd you get these?
From the Lucky 7 Club. It's a present from the owner.
Lucky 7 Club, a cheap joint run by cheap hoodlums. I've closed plenty of them.
The owner said that she'd turned the debt over to an outfit headed by a Harry Rice and a man named Leo something. They were supposed to collect from Eleanor Clayton.
This is a lot of money.
Enough to put the pressure on. Suppose Harry and his partner called on Mrs. Clayton while her husband was away, and she panicked and pulled a gun on him.
Could be. She was shot. They get out. There was no way to tie him to the killing.
No way until Lillian Doyle said she'd talk. She could testify that Mrs. Clayton lost a lot of money there.
So somebody got to her first to cover their tracks. Have Harry Rice brought in for questioning. No. We really don't have enough evidence to go on.
I've got a hunch our only chance is to catch him off guard. Now, if you'll cooperate, this is what I had in mind.
Drop it, Leo! Well, that's chloroform, all right. Leo, what were you trying to pull?
Who, me? Why,
You always carry chloroform when you visit strangers?
Yeah, I got to. I need it for my fainting spells.
Don't tell him anything, Leo. We'll get ourselves a lawyer.
I'm a lawyer, Harry. Maybe I could get you off. The way it looked tonight, it was Leo who killed Lillian Doyle. If it was Leo who shot Eleanor Clayton, you've got a good chance of getting off. You could plead that you tried to stop him from those murders and you failed. Was that the story, Harry?
Well, can I talk to you in private? Fred, take Harry downstairs now.
Hey, wait a minute, Harry!
Just a minute, Leo. You better start telling your story before Harry does.
Yeah. Well, there was an accident with that Clayton dame, all right. We only wanted to collect the dough. And she pulled a gun. I grabbed for her and I went off. And Harry figured we had to kill this Lillian Doyle.
Are you willing to sign a statement?
Yeah. You ain't gonna let him get away with his story, are you?
No, Leo. You won't. You won't let him. Let's go, Leo. Here. I got your handkerchief.